Classical behaviorists viewed the human-dog relationship as a simple exchange of resources. Through the lens of operant conditioning, your dog's attentiveness is less about affection and more about the clinical anticipation of its next meal. We struggle to accept this transactional view because of anthropomorphism, our psychological impulse to project human motivations and social structures onto non-human species. This projection creates a significant communication gap. When we interpret a lick as a kiss or a lean as a hug, we risk ignoring the actual biological data our dogs are transmitting. To find an objective answer, researchers are subjecting the human-dog bond to a multidisciplinary audit, combining data from neurology, from canine endocrinology, and from ethology. Verifying the existence of canine love requires us to move past human sentiment and decode the specific language of interspecies attachment. In 2014, neuroscientist Gregory Burns bypassed the limitations of traditional animal research by training dogs to voluntarily remain still in an fMRI scanner while fully awake and unrestrained. The scan targeted the caudate nucleus, the brain's reward center. When dogs smelled their familiar owner, this region showed activity exceeding the brain's response to food. This suggests the canine brain processes the owner as a primary reward, a positive anticipation active even without treats. This internal reward response triggers asymmetrical physical markers. Within milliseconds of seeing their owner, dogs selectively lift their left eyebrow, indicating social attachment. This same neurological bias extends to their movement. During a reunion, dogs wag their tails with a distinct right side bias, indicating positive emotional engagement. These scans and expressions show that the canine brain is hardwired to prioritize and reward the presence of a specific human companion. Beyond the brain, this bond is sustained by a neuroendocrine feedback loop driven by oxytocin, the hormone responsible for trust and pair bonding. Researcher Takafumi Kikusui identified a gaze-mediated loop where mutual eye contact triggers an oxytocin surge in both the human and dog simultaneously. Dogs have co-opted the exact chemical pathway of the human parent-infant bond, creating a state of biological synchrony. This synchronization, or co-modulation, means the two species help regulate one another's physiological states, including their stress levels. Long-term hair cortisol studies show that dogs mirror their owner's chronic stress. When a human's cortisol remains elevated over months, their dog typically exhibits a corresponding spike in their own endocrine system. The human and dog are biologically entangled, operating on a shared network that processes both affection and anxiety in unison. To see how these chemicals affect behavior, ethologists use the strange situation procedure, a protocol originally used to evaluate the attachment styles of human infants. This test highlights the secure base effect. A securely attached dog treats its owner as a safe haven, confidently exploring a novel environment and engaging with strangers only while the owner is present. Ethologists classify rapid face-licking with a turned head as a kiss to dismiss. This appeasement signal is a request for space, not human-style love. A dog leaning its weight heavily against your legs often functions as an anxiety-driven alarm system. By maintaining constant physical contact, the dog ensures it can detect your departure instantly. True vulnerability is visible in their resting positions, like the belly-up pose or the side sleeper position, exposing its vital organs to you. Secure attachment is characterized by this level of safety. The dog feels enough confidence in your presence to be entirely independent and vulnerable. Strengthening this bond requires respecting the dog's agency. Use a consent test by petting your dog for 3 seconds, stopping, and waiting to see if they actively nudge or lean in for more contact. If a dog is forced into a restrictive hug, they may stiffen their posture or show whale eye, the visible whites of the eyes. These are signals that the human expression of love is being perceived as a threat. To build a more resilient relationship, we must transition from projecting our own love languages to honoring the dog's ethological boundaries and biological signals. The neurological, endocrine, and behavioral data reveals a sophisticated attachment bond. When your dog chooses to hold your gaze or rests with its belly exposed, they are demonstrating a deep, measurable reliance on you as their secure base.